Okay, we're back for another instructional video in AutoCAD, basic tools. In our last video, we talked about drawing rectangles. In this same command menu structure here, there's a little down arrow that gives us a menu. We can draw rectangles or polygons. A polygon is a shape that isn't a rectangle, okay? And there are two ways to draw polygons. One is to inscribe them in a circle, or to have them circumscribed around a circle. Because all the polygons that we draw are symmetrical, they all will have lines that can be tangent to a circle. So in order to size your polygon, it's going to need a circle diameter. So it's very similar to drawing a circle. So if I choose the polygon command, I'm going to roll out here, and the first thing that it's going to ask me is to enter the number of sides on my polygon. The default is 4. It wants to draw a rectangle, but I can change that number to 3 or any number of sides, and it will give me a polygon with a relative circular radius of that number of sides. Let's do 6. Make a simple hexagon. So I do 6, and I right click for enter to move on. And this says, where's the center of the polygon going to be? Just like where's the center of the circle or the end of the line, it's asking me those basic that basic information. So I click in space here, and now it's going to ask me, do I want to inscribe it in a circle or circumscribe it about a circle? Let's for the moment inscribe it. So I'm going to just hit enter or right click. And now it is asking me that dotted line, yellow dotted line, is the radius of my circle. And then that radius will be the distance across from point to point in my hexagon. And so I'm going to type 20 feet. That seems to be the number we're using for these videos. So there's a 20-foot hexagon. And so we talk about inscribed. So if I were to draw a circle really quick from the, let me see if I got this set up right. In the center. Here, I'm going to just ignore me for just a second. I'm just going to make a reference point here. So if I drew a circle from the center out to that point, I'm going to change the color of that so you can visualize it better. Make it red. Enter. I'm just going to erase this line. Okay, so this is to illustrate the concept of an inscribed shape. So it is, scribe means to draw or to write. So it is drawn inside or inscribed within this red circle. So if we're to and so the diameter of the circle is the same as the distance from point to point. To circumscribe our polygon, we're going to choose polygon again, and we're still at 6 sides because of the default. Enter. Center of the polygon will be center of the circle. And then we're going to move that down and circumscribe it about the circle. And I'm going to choose, again, just put the line out here. And I'm going to choose that intersection there. So this polygon using the same circle, but the diameter of my circle is from point to point on the inscribed, but the larger hexagon has the diameter of the circle as its distance from side to side. And that's pretty much the difference between inscribing and circumscribing a circle or a polygon. We can do the same thing. I'm going to undo that, and we can draw a polygon and put it in the same center. Oh, number of sides. Let's make this 17-sided or 17-sided polygon. Something really weird. Enter. AutoCAD doesn't have any problem with that. Just wants to know where the center is. We're going to put it on the center of that circle. and we're going to circumscribe it. And we're going to go around here. And again, just coming up to the circle. And now we see we have a 17-sided shape circumscribed around the same circle. Now I'm going to quickly erase that circle just so it gets a little less confusing to look at. And you can actually see the flat-sided shape here that is the 17-sided polygon. And the explode rules that we talked about for rectangles also apply to polygons. So if I wanted to erase, let's say, put an opening in this polygon on this flat side, in order to erase that flat there, I'm going to need to explode the polygon. Now I can go back and erase the individual side. This polygon has not been exploded, therefore it behaves as a single object. And similarly, I can then join, which I have to type that command in right now. But I want you to see that you can at any point, as long as you're not in an active command, you have the crosshair with the pick box, you can hand type any command in the AutoCAD lexicon. So I can type in again, join, it'll go to that command. Select source object or multiple objects. Again, in this case, I'm going to use a window and select all these objects to join, hit enter, and now, oh, it doesn't really join separate objects. Well, let's join them again, see what happens. This is an experiment. See if I can join these things into one. And now, do I roll over it? No, it doesn't like joining separate things. So we'll see how that works out. Because they are they're not touching because we're circumscribed. Let's see. Yeah, apparently the objects do need to be touching for join to work. But join and explode still work the same way with polygons, and that's the important thing. I'm going to zoom extents back there, bring us back to our main drawing window, and wrap this video up. In this video, we talked about how to create polygons, circumscribed and inscribed, and how they relate to diameter of circles. And we talked about the explode function and join functions as they apply to polygons. And I hope that's helpful, and we'll see you in the next video.